Lately, I've been thinking about how easy it is to feel untethered. Life looks fine on the outside, but inside, it feels a bit disconnected. When I reach this place, I don't look for dramatic fixes. Instead, I return to small rituals. These quiet anchors remind me who I am so that even when I drift, I have a place to return to. Today, I want to share the little ones that I always find my way back to. Hey guys! Let's take a deep breath together. I am feeling it, and while movement really clears the fog for me, when I need to get into what's really going on in the inside, which is daily trying to figure out what is going on with my internal guiding space, I will need to put a pen to paper. I think this is an Erykah Badu quote. Spelling is a spell, and something along the lines of when you take a real paper and real pencil with real intent, that's when things get really real. And I cannot resonate more. I really feel like if I cannot make it to the mat in the morning, if I cannot get that daily movement in, at least I am showing up to a morning page. I am checking in with my internal guiding space, and I am trying to really make sure where I'm coming from and kind of monitor my inner dialogue. I don't know if that makes sense. But this is a way to hold myself accountable, create those accountability systems within myself, and still stay curious. As someone with a really loud internal dialogue, I feel like I just constantly have this inner monologue going. I feel like this is one of the easiest ways for me to somewhat regulate what's going on in my mind without immediately creating judgment and questioning myself for why I'm even thinking these things, and it makes so much more sense when I write it out on paper. And while this is a way that you can create that accountability with yourself, it is also a way to easily access that whimsical nature. And I feel like this comes in a lot of different forms: in pottery, when I go to the beach, in really just any form of frolic, but also in journaling. It just feels like scrapbooking, it feels like a diary, and there's a plane flying overhead as per usual. Really, I just cannot say enough about what journaling has done for the way that I think and the way that I speak and the way that I carry myself. So I just wanted to share that. The camera's overheating, I'm overheating, so I think I'm gonna go for a walk. But this is where all the magic happens, all of my think tanks, and I am going to be going into this later in the video when I talk about just gratitude and manifesting, but this is just one of those things that I had to mention. Journaling, morning pages, I know it sounds redundant, but it is so beneficial. I just got back from the walk and I wanted to elaborate a little bit more because I feel like I didn't say everything that I wanted to say there. But I have just been doing a lot of inner child work through journaling recently, and I just feel like there is so much to be said about seeing different chapters of your life on paper and kind of putting them to a close. And journaling about your childhood just allows you to really see your life fully and the chapters of your life outlined. And sometimes you can't remember everything, and even that is highlighting to some areas of your life that you might want to look into, or at least it was for me. And then this allows you to let go of old chapters and let go of things that don't serve you fully, which is really genuinely hard for me. But it's not wishing away any emotion, really. It's just really recognizing that the next chapter of life just doesn't include this energy, whether that's a past friend or a past habit, just really anything that you don't want to carry into this new moment, this new timeline of your life. I feel like is so much more evident when you are journaling and seeing the full picture of your life. These are really just my best attempts at holding a more neutral outlook as someone who really likes to try to figure everything out, and you know, sometimes you just can't really do that. We're gonna push on with the day here. I am going to shower and then I'm gonna call my mom. Calling my mom or phoning a friend might sound obvious, but for me, it's actually one of the hardest things. When I'm overwhelmed, I tend to isolate, and poor communication becomes a default. But the truth is, showing up as a safe, loving space for others almost always softens my own fears of being a bad friend or not reaching out enough. Most of the time, our friends and family just want to hear from us, and they don't care how it sounds or when it comes. It's the reaching out that really matters. All right, it's been a pretty productive morning so far. I am thinking that I'm gonna go to the beach, and the main goal is attention restoration. I got my bag here, and we are about to get going. I think I'm gonna actually make a matcha before we leave the house, but I'm still reading A New Earth. I haven't finished it because I took a break to read the Summer I Turned Pretty series that my friend lent me, so I did that, and now I'm back to that book. And I'm bringing Sudoku and my headphones. I am bringing my phone just because I do want to listen to music and just kind of pretend that I'm in a movie. But yeah, let's boil some water, make a matcha. Okay, I already got my whisk in some warm water, and I honestly really need a new one of these already. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of matcha. I have this matcha here, which is actually a mix of Nami and also a D matcha, which is the same type of leaf, and I just mixed them because I was almost out of the Nami, and now it's nice and full. I don't know if that's in good practice, but it's what we did. Like, it's kind of giving. Da, 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 da. Cute. Cheers. Look at how cute. One for me, one for Elia, one for Kara.
We'd be doing smoothies at the beach, but again, we never find a good.
Oh my gosh, you have to show me how to make the bonsai bowl smoothie while you're here. No matter how many times you sent me the ingredients, I just like couldn't get my brain wrapped.
I definitely will.
I don't know why. I'm like, I need actually
I know, we
Kara
might
to
have
come
to hit
make
it at that
it.
point. We'll on our North Shore day as like a on the drive.
Ooh.
Because even the gas station location's pretty good.
True.
They both add up.
The
one
sunset
like,
location.
Yeah, sunset, yeah. I feel like we've been together once or twice.
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah.
I got a real cute photo of us from
there.
Yeah.
Aww. I love.
Another day, another flower. They're all so pretty.
The one that dried up looks so pretty in the house.
Mm-hmm.
They're like
Oh yeah. So pretty though.
and at its most withered stage.
Hey friends, it is about 6 o'clock here, and we are winding down for the evening, calling it a very full day, if I do say so myself. And As you know, full days are the best days, and just reflecting on today, and I'm thinking back, and something that I really want to mention is having a baseline of gratitude. I feel like gratitude is where all blessings stem from, and you really are not able to make room for the new blessings on the way if you are not grateful for what is present in your current timeline. And there are so many different things that I did today that were easily accessible to me, but really just finding those silver linings of things that you can be grateful for in your own reality and in your own timeline, and then you can make those habits more regular so you can return to them. Especially when you are allowing gratitude to be your baseline, that allows you to return to it so much more easily. When you're getting a little bit impatient with life or things feel uneasy, you can just always return to that place of being really grateful for the able body that you have now, or just the simple blessings. It's really the simple things, and I know that that's so straightforward, but simply put, joy and fear cannot exist at the same time. So just by allowing your brain to experience that joy in gratitude, you're allowing your body to move past fear, battling that sympathetic nervous system, moving away from it, moving into parasympathetic, allowing your body to be in the rest and digest form of life. And that's kind of the goal. I mean, it's never going to be 100%, but that is what we are moving towards. And I just really wanted to touch upon gratitude and also manifestation. I feel like the rituals that I return to when I feel empty is also reflecting on the things that I really want for myself, and that just kind of goes into being grateful for the things that I have, and then being really intentional for the things that I want to call in for the future. Because yes, gratitude is a great tool for anchoring presence, but it is also one of the best tools for manifestation alongside prayer. And this, my friend, is that magic that you need on the daily, because gratitude will literally shift your mind from a feeling of lack to a feeling of abundance. And that makes all the difference. This just naturally allows you to draw more positive experiences into your life. I cannot tell you how many times I have been at the bottom of the well, so to speak, absolute rock bottom, and just been so focused on joy versus fear. And honestly, and in those moments of fear, when it did feel really hard, I was allowing myself to feel those emotions fully so that I could retreat to those feelings of joy as soon as possible and be grateful for what I had in the moment. Because sometimes those things change and you need to count your blessings as they come and go. I feel like these things feel somewhat generic, and they're not solve-alls. They never will be. But no matter how many times I fall off the horse, these are the things that I find get me so much more into that flow state and make me just feel more in tune with my body. For me, really the only thing that worked was being resilient and showing up for myself over and over and over again, knowing good and well that things were gonna go wrong, and that is gonna be okay. That's a part of life. And just being able to show up with your toolbox so that you are more prepared next time when you get hit with life. I don't know how else to put it. I feel like these are the reasons that I am so dead set on communicating these basics, because it really is somewhat as simple as people say it is. Those basics of making sure that you're drinking enough water, going on a walk and moving your body, making sure that you have someone to talk to and you're not just constantly listening to that one internal voice of your own, while also having a good intuition and knowing where you're coming from. I don't know, that stuff, it really works. That's a lot to take in, and I understand that completely. I wanted to speak a little bit more on journaling because I don't think that I could really speak on it enough, and one day I will be able to get my thoughts a little bit more organized into a full form video on journaling, hopefully. But until then, I just wanted to kind of speak on my system for gratitude and manifestation. I am an incredibly visual person, and if I do not see something in front of me 10 times, I don't think that I'm like the point is gonna get itself across. It's not gonna work for me. I don't know why. I am very organized, but for some reason I'm very out of sight, out of mind. That's just something about me. So when I have these really big goals that I am trying to put into place in a realistic amount of time while also navigating life, navigating severe food allergies, which no matter how many times I say it, it's not gonna get any easier. That's something that is just gonna be 24/7 for me. I need simple systems in front of me that are going to help me win, and I think that morning pages, writing down what I am grateful for every single morning in good practice, has been a defining practice when I have really needed it, been in some darker times of life. A morning gratitude list was that instantaneous anchor into a higher vibrational state. And in that, just keeping a dream journal. I have my schedule, I have my projects, I have my goals in here for a pretty long chunk of my life, because that is just how I am planning things. I like to see the longevity, and I feel like every single time I look back at these different goals that I've listed out, there are so many things and different highlights that show up in real time, and it is real proof that writing things down does really work and holds you accountable. This could be your greatest tool or your greatest fault, or at least in my experience, because I will do a lot of planning and I will fall short with the action, which I forget where I heard this, but it's like ambition without action equals anxiety, or something along those lines, and I really couldn't agree more. Any single time that I have something that I am pursuing or something that I would really like for myself and it's not followed up with immediate action, it's usually followed up with anxiety. Just write down your hopes and dreams. Don't be afraid to ask. Start your morning with something that activates your brain instead of immediately puts you into the thoughts of others, and I don't even know, just doesn't allow you to think, i.e. being on your phone, etc. Just choose something in the morning that is a little bit more thoughtful. And yeah, again, these are not solve-alls. Thank you for listening to my rituals that I return to when I feel empty. Again, most importantly, this is what works for me. This is what has worked for me time and time again when I need to show up for myself. These are things that will immediately snap me back into reality, put me back into my breath, into my being. And of course, there are other things that were not mentioned in this video. We're just all little scientists here. We're trying to get down to the bottom of the information. What would work best for all of us to feel more in tune with our bodies? So let me know, friends. Let me know down below. Let me know what you think makes you feel better, what you do, what rituals make you feel more like yourself when you're empty inside. And my dearest friend is visiting me for the next month or so, so I'm just really excited to be sharing in that time with you as well. And I got some fun video ideas planned, so I will see you in a video next week. Bye.